Hey everybody, it's Camille Martin with Love to Lose, and this is where I teach you how to love your life and lose the weight. My kids love to take pictures of me when I'm not looking, and it is totally traumatizing. Also, sometimes, and I don't know if you've had this experience, but you're using your phone or looking at it and you accidentally take a selfie, and it's just totally hideous and you're completely freaked out. Or if you've gone shopping and refused to try on clothes in the dressing room because the mirrors and the lighting is so horrible. I know that's true for me. Even still, I hate to admit it. If you have had any of these experiences and they are literally like traumatizing to you, I totally get it. And as you probably know, it is a symptom of the societal pressure for women to look perfect. But in my video today, what I want to talk about is how obsessing about what you look like and focusing obsessively on your face or your body, it actually pushes you to do the wrong things and ironically give you the complete opposite results of what you want. And then I'm going to give you 4 ways to break out of this trap. So we have a lot of ways to fix ourselves. We have makeup, we have creams, and we have spa treatments and skin treatments. We have filters that we can put on our photos and videos, and we have plastic surgery. So I have a question for you. What's the difference between putting on makeup and getting Botox? So actually there really isn't a difference. If it makes you feel good about yourself, then who really cares? But what I want to tell you is that it's the intent with which you are doing these things that makes the difference between getting results that you do want versus results that you don't want. So let me give you a few examples of what I mean. If you are plastering on makeup just to leave the house and go to the grocery store because you are terrified of what you look like, or that someone's gonna see you and say, oh my God, have you seen her lately? She looks old. What you're doing actually by putting all of that makeup on over and over and over again, it's not good for your skin. And then you're ironically going to give yourself the results that you're not looking for. It's going to make your skin break out. It's going to make your skin look older. And then that's how you're ironically getting the results that you don't want. And another example is that if you are crash dieting in order to lose weight because you're terrified of what your body looks like and you're hating what you look like, what you're doing is you're actually going to be pushing yourself to binge eat to make yourself feel better. When you restrict like that, it creates resistance, and then you attempt to neutralize all of that resistance with food, because that's what you've trained yourself to do when you feel bad, is eat. And so the weight comes back. So both of those fear-based examples hopefully will show you that when you're creating all of that resistance and you have a fear-based mentality, you really are giving yourself results that you don't want, the opposite of what you're looking for. So I also want to give you the opposite of those 2 scenarios. If you relax a little bit and just accept, I mean, it's true, we're all aging, it's gonna happen, it's happening right now as you're watching this video. If you have an attitude of acceptance and more of self-love and an embracing of what you see in the mirror, what's gonna happen? You're gonna feel more relaxed, you're gonna feel more peaceful in your body, you're gonna feel more joyful as you go throughout your day because you're not gonna be sitting there thinking about what you look like constantly. And that joy and the laughter that you're going to experience because of feeling relaxed and feeling peaceful in your body is going to create an inner glow. It's going to radiate outward. And when you're not focused on what you look like, you're better at engaging with other people and relaxing and just having sort of a more of a carefree attitude about life. And that really does obliterate the resistance that you have been creating, makes you feel more joyful, and then that inner joy radiates outward and you start to look and feel better than you ever have. In the same way, if you embrace your body just the way that it is, instead of feeling all of this resistance and, grabbing onto your stomach and picking yourself apart and staring at your cellulite and all of that stuff, you are going to decrease the resistance that you currently have around food, which is a fear-based mentality. When you release that resistance around food, it's gonna make it so much easier to make the right choices because then you're not having to neutralize all of the resistance that you're creating when you do those things. Because again, when you create resistance, you're going to neutralize it with food and gain weight. When there is no resistance, there's no need to binge eat. There's no need to shove yourself full of food to feel better. And when you feel that way and you're relaxed, it makes it easier to make healthy choices, and then your body automatically adjusts. So how do you go from being preoccupied with the way that you look to having more of an attitude of acceptance and embracing what you see in the mirror? Right now, I'm going to give you 4 simple steps to do that so that you can get the results that you do want rather than the ones that you don't. Step number 1 is to focus on the whole rather than the parts. And what I mean by that is think about yourself as a whole and complete human being rather than a collection of body parts. When you're looking in the mirror and you're staring at your neck, I get it, I do it too. This video is for me actually. Or when you're looking for wrinkles, or when you're looking at your thighs and hating what you see, remember, you are not a collection of body parts. You are a human being who's had experiences in life and has a personality and has love and empathy and caring in her heart, hopefully. And so an easy way to do this is think about what you think when you see other people. When you meet people who aren't necessarily the perfect version of ideal beauty in our culture, which basically no one is, but you don't focus on what they look like. You're more connecting with their energy that they're putting out. So you can meet lots of people throughout the day and think about someone that you've met recently who may not be dressed perfectly, or may not have, might have wrinkles on her skin, or might have, not the perfect skin or the perfect body. What you're looking at and connecting with, if that person is radiating joy or laughter or having fun, that's what you're connecting with. You don't walk away going, oh my God, I really love talking to that person, but shit, her skin looks, she's old. She looks old. She looks wrinkled. She needs to get Botox. She needs to get her neck done. You're not doing that in general with other people. So think about yourself in that same way. And when you walk out the front door, if you think of yourself as a person rather than a collection of body parts, helps you relax and engage with people in an authentic, natural way. Step number 2 is to change your motivation. So for example, if you currently are working out just to burn calories so you can counterbalance what you put in your mouth every day, that's a negative motivation. That's a fear-based mindset. If you shift that to, I can't wait to go on a walk or a hike or go to yoga or even go for a run because it makes me feel good. Do you see how that's a completely different motivation? Also, when you're eating, if you're just eating greens or salad every day to cut calories, that's a very different motivation than I'm eating greens so that I can give my body what it needs to function at an optimal level. So shift your motivation, and that makes it easier to make healthy choices. Step number 3 is to focus on the past. Most people would tell you don't focus on the past, but what I mean by that is, what have you done in your life that you feel proud of? Did you run a marathon? Did you live in a foreign country? Have you started a business that's successful? Have you raised 3 beautiful children who are healthy, productive members of society? You have done so many more things than you're giving yourself credit for, even the small things. We typically don't celebrate ourselves for the things that we do every day. Even if you're keeping your house clean and functioning properly throughout all the chaos, give yourself some credit for that. When you focus on what you're actually currently doing or have done in the past and celebrate the wins that you have, it helps you realize that you're more than just what you look like. You are doing things. You are succeeding on a much more high scale than you're giving yourself credit for. When you focus on what you've done rather than what you look like, again, makes you feel confident and powerful, and those 2 feelings make it easier to make the right choices. Step number 4, if you watch my videos, this will be no surprise to you, but set a big goal. I'm telling you, this is the fastest, easiest way to shift out of that negative, fear-based mindset and put your attention on something creative that brings you joy, that makes you have anticipation and a hopeful feeling for your future. So when you shift your focus off of what you look like and how many calories you're trying to burn so that you can get the perfect bikini body, which just makes you feel like shit, honestly. If you shift that to, I've set a goal for myself. It doesn't have to be huge. It just has to be meaningful and exciting to you. It can be small, it can be big, but set a goal for yourself. Sit down, think about something that would make you feel so excited, and then just break it down into tiny baby steps, and then go ahead and take the first one today. To wrap this up, I want you to remember that the preoccupation that we all have with what we look like and what our bodies look like is cultural brainwashing. And the more you're preoccupied with what you look like and trying to look like a 20-year-old when you're 60, it's tragic and heartbreaking, mostly because what you're doing is you're wasting your amazing potential as a woman, and the world needs your potential. We need you out there setting and achieving big goals. And so when you're doing this and you're having those feelings inside, your body will eventually start to catch up to match that feeling that you feel on the inside. I really hope this video helped you, and I hope it's going to help you shift your mindset, and most importantly, put yourself out into the world and go do what you were put here on this earth to do. If the video did help you, I would love it if you would share it with one of your friends who needs to hear these messages. And if you're not already signed up to get my weekly newsletter, head to my website at CamilleMartinRD.com and enter your email and get a free gift from me, how to set up your ultimate weight loss kitchen. And then that way you won't miss any of my tips, inspiration, and motivation for you on your weight loss journey. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you here next time on Love to Lose.